Shen tastes 1,000 herbs. A long, long time ago, there were no doctors in the world, not even medicine. If someone got sick or had a sore, it was a serious matter. People had no choice but to suffer through the pain. And if the sickness got worse, there was nothing anyone could do. Shen watched his people grow weak and ill. He felt heartbroken. There were no cures, no way to help. He thought to himself, the earth is full of plants, and everyone must have a special use. If I can discover which ones heal which sicknesses, I can save people from suffering. So Shen made a promise to his people. He would taste every herb on earth. He gathered a group of helpers and set off from his homeland, walking toward the faraway mountains. They walked and walked until their legs were swollen and their feet were covered in blisters. For 49 days, they kept going. At last, they reached a place where the mountains touched the clouds and deep valleys stretched far into the distance. The air was filled with the faint scent of flowers and herbs. Shen led everyone into a narrow canyon and stopped at the foot of a towering mountain. This mountain was enormous. Its peak disappeared into the sky. Its cliffs were steep and smooth, covered in moss and waterfalls. There was no path up, not unless you had a ladder to heaven. Shen's people urged him to turn back, but he shook his head and said, "We cannot return. The people are suffering, and we must find a cure." He climbed onto a small hill and studied the great mountain, up and down, left and right, thinking of a way to climb it. Then he spotted something. Golden monkeys swinging across old vines and fallen tree trunks stuck in the cliffs. They were climbing up and down with ease. Shen had an idea. He called his people and told them to cut strong wooden poles and long vines. Together, they began building a wooden scaffold against the cliff, one level at a time. They worked through spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Wind or rain, snow or ice, they never stopped. 360 levels later, they reached the mountaintop. And what a mountain it was! Everywhere grew strange and beautiful herbs, red, green, yellow, white, crowded together like a sea of color. Shen was overjoyed. He picked every kind of plant, tasting one by one. Some were bitter. Some were sweet. Some made him feel warm, others cool. Some filled his belly. Some healed pain. He wrote everything down, how each plant looked, tasted, and what it could do. To live safely on the mountain, Shen planted rows of tall fir trees as walls to keep wild animals away. Inside, his people built small grass huts to rest and stay warm. Shen traveled from mountain to mountain, tasting and testing herbs. It's said that he sampled 398,000 different plants, roots, leaves, flowers, and stems. The heavenly emperor was so moved by Shen's bravery that he sent him a gift, a magical whip. Whenever Shen struck a plant with the whip, its healing powers would appear on the whip in glowing letters. With this divine tool, his work became even faster. At last, Shen was ready to return home. But when he looked down from the mountain, the wooden scaffold was gone. It had taken root. The wooden poles had soaked up the rain and grown leaves. Over time, they turned into a vast forest. To honor Shen's great courage and kindness, the people named that forest Shenong.